Evening YouTube, Zan here, and these are still dirty. I got and a hole. I should probably just get a new pair, but they're not here, so they're outside. Zan, of course. Tonight's project. I've got a lot of XS650 parts on the table. I want to start putting some of them back on the bike. Right? Off camera. Set the bike to top dead center. I got the camshaft installed. I got it tensioned. I got the bearings in there. I got it centered. So the problem I had before is these bearings were not all the way in. So this camshaft was able to move. I don't know if that was my problem with driving this, but that definitely wasn't something I took care of in my build. Whoopsie. So now I got to go find my, what's that stuff called? My silicone, my gasket sealer, basically, so I can put the valve cover back on, which is this guy. Yay! And this goes definitely this way, 100%, because, oh, I didn't have to take that off. The exhaust piece goes off that side. And then there's a big torquing sequence to this. Let's make sure this fits on here still. I know there's little spacers and stuff, but it should fit right on here. It's being a pain. So we'll have to wiggle this on there nicely. If we can get back off now. Of course, it's going to keep getting pinched on stuff for some reason because it doesn't want to cooperate with me today. Thank you. Thank you, engine. Thank you for cooperating. There we go. Oh, my Lord. So that's how it's going to sit on there once I get the gasketing material. Of course, it comes off a lot easier. And I got to clean up this a little bit more. Still got some gasket material on there. I'm just going to take a gasket scraper and go around the whole thing. Make it look really nice first. But other than that, everything in here looks fine. Yay! So I'm doing something right? Where would my gasket sealer be? It's probably in the house in the basement, sadly. But we'll find it. Yeah, so I'm going to find my gasket scraper. I found my gasket scraper. Just going to go around this, make sure there's nothing left on it. Like I know there is. And I might switch out to the softer gasket scraper, which is, I think, bronze. This is steel. And that steel will mar up that, that aluminum valve cover. All right, took the gasket scraper here to that beautiful cylinder head. I got so much gasket off. It looks great. Yeah, so I'm ready for new gasket. I found some, where did I put it? Silicone liquid gasket, which looked up online, and it looks like it's the same stuff as the Yamaha Bond or whatever I used. I bought the real Yamaha stuff last time, and it looks like this is basically the same stuff, if not exactly the same stuff. I lost my Allen wrench for this. Uh-oh. It's got to be right here somewhere. The ultrasonic cleaner is running. I threw a lot of parts for the Suzuki in there, for the carbs, after I took them apart, as much as I could. So we're working on that too, but that'll be, we'll talk about that in a different video. Oh, shoot. Okay, didn't go in there, whatever that was. Okay. So I just want to put this blade back in here before I lose this system. I'm going to do the carbs on this bike too, on the XS650, before I put it back together as well. But not for a little while. I got other stuff to do on it. And I want to put together the carbs for the GS650 before I do the XS650. GS, XX. How am I going to keep all these straight? I almost said it wrong already once. But yeah, we're working on it. We're working. Good enough. Yep, liquid gasket right here. I don't think this thing's... It's got all those punched up. Oh, no, not even punched up. Wait, I'll put that back on. There was a, here we go. I got this guy here. I don't know what this is for. Just came with it. Oh, I think this is for, yeah, it's gotta be this. For tube rolling this. Nice, that's cool. Okay, there we go. Electronic cleaner 1. Oh, look at that grunge. Nice. So we got a piece floating here. down. Sink. Need you ultrasonically cleaned. Yeah, we're gonna run this a bunch of times. It's already looking cleaner. I've got the tip for this, which is solid. What? It's not been used, but the tip is got something in it. Interesting. Okay. Never saw that before. Let's grab a pair of pliers. Oh wait, weren't they over here? Had a pair of, who knows? There's a little stopper or something in here. Let's pull this out if we can. I don't remember using this stuff before. Maybe I did. Oh, maybe I did for the Z125. Maybe that's why it was open. Haha, maybe I did use this stuff. Cool, whatever. Just pop the top off it. Now I'm going to put my little twisty guy in here. Nice. Give a little twist. Watch it come up. Okay, basically I just got to go around each one of these and put a thin line on everything. See, it started off a little thick already. I'll probably end up putting too much on. Most of you will probably laugh at me. And it'll probably come out the sides of the case. But it'll look good. It'll be sealed. That's what I really care about. Looks on this are secondary to making it work right. Okay, we've been successfully gasketed. Now we just got to put this back on the engine without getting it too dirty. Okay, exhaust side is, oh, almost did that backward. Is that way? Voila. I've got my collars in there. Drop it on and voila. Now, this will be the fun part, because I have to find all the washers for that. Which all should be right here. All right. Okay, so we've got a lot of washers and nuts and stuff to put on. We got these metal washers and rubber washers that go on the top of this. One, two, whole bunch of them. And we've got all the castle nuts down here. Or acorn nuts. So let's see what we can start with. We've got one. I don't think this is one. This seems more metal than these ones. These are rubberier. Two. Three. Oh, there's a metal one. Uh-oh. Aha, I remember this now. Okay. And I can look in the book for this, but I remember the middle ones are rubber, the outside ones are metal. Why? I don't know, but that's just how they are. Unless these were wrong when I took them off the bike like this. Then we're screwed. So right now we're sitting at the front of the engine, the intake side of it. And that's exhaust, obviously. Intake exhaust. So, yay. Getting somewhere. One, two. And these have a tightening sequence. And I forgot my gloves. Tightening sequence that we have to follow. Between these and the 4 bolts that go up here. And I have to get my book out for that. And then I have to, once I tighten them down to what's the spec in the book, I have to go back and look at what 5 Twins has said on the forums. Because he has a different torque spec that he likes to follow for these. And I've met the man and I trust him more than I trust the book. Because the book has led me astray. couple times. Swish, 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 swish. Okay, get all these finger tight at least so that I know they're held down. Okay, got these kind of finger tight, or at least we're starting to put some pressure on the head, getting it down on there. And then we've got 4 beautiful bolts, all 4 the same. Go in the corners here, and those 2 holes in the middle there are for the oil line, so we don't have to worry about those right now. Get all these finger tight again. We'll go get some gloves, a torque wrench, some 17 and 14 millimeters, I believe, sockets, and we'll start torquing this thing down. And then what else we got in this box? All the covers, all the other cool toys. They're in here. Go, push the head all the way down. Make sure we got it seated right. That's going to be helpful. Oh yeah, way too much material here. Let's wipe this off while it's still wet. Let's clean up later. Perfect. We got plenty around here. Plenty around here. Go. Clear. Clean. Beautiful. Love it. Okay. That way it won't get in the way of any seals or anything I have to do. This side looks a little better, so I must have done a little lighter on this side, or it's not compressed down enough and it's not coming out. We'll find out in a minute. Okay, so I found the torque specs in the it's in the rear of the manual for me because this is an 82, the SJ model. So I had to go way in the back to find the torque specs on it. And they give me a whole bunch of specs between this pound and this pound and this pound. So what I did first is I went around and made sure a lot of things were hand tight. And then I torqued down, or I started tightening down just a couple of them to less than these torques, just to make sure it settles. I didn't want to torque. You don't want to torque one bolt like all the way down, have other ones loose, because then it can get off-centered and off-balanced. So I started with 1, and I got it down a bit, 2, going to 3. We're going to go around the engine at a lesser torque. And this is just my personal thing that I like to do. And we'll torque all of them down to this lower torque that's below all the spec. And then we'll come back and we'll retorque everything else down just to make sure we're close and right. Okay, so I went back into the forum and read something that I said wrong earlier. I fixed my camera that's stuck in my head. Come on. Fix it. Okay. The metal washers are steel go on the inside and the rubber goes on the outside. I had those backwards. So I took them off, redid the whole thing. And now we're going to torque these down to 35, all of the top ones, to 35 foot-pounds. We should be good to go. All right, the head is torqued down. I've cleaned up all the mating surfaces best I can. Might be a little bit of spillage of the gas material, but we'll clean that up as we go. I think it's time to now put all the covers back on, torque all those down. We're going to put the oil pump system on, torque that down. I got to find all the torque specs on that. Let's go. A little debris there. No, not really. I don't know what that is. A little dirt or something. I don't know. Yeah. Find some torque specs on stuff. Torque it all down, and then put the engine back together. One thing I got to do now is reinstall spark plugs so nothing can fall in there, even though we are going to do a full oil change on this in a bit. It's not really a huge concern if a little bit of stuff gets in there right now. I know that doesn't mix with engine oil in there, but still we're gonna keep cleaning this engine, but keep as much as we can. We got to take this engine. We're gonna clean it pretty well before we put it back in the bike too. Give it a little washing, a couple brushes to it. Now I've got all the other parts for this over here in the book. Oop, got a hair in there. It's hair tight. I've got them all in this tote here, but I got my stuff on it. So we have to get out all the stuff out of here, and then we'll put it in. Cool.